I have this opportunity to interview Associated Student Body President Artair Rogers. This is our last opportunity to interview you on camera. I had the opportunity to interview you when you were going through your campaign. Artair, I just want to start off real quick. What has this entire experience been like for you?
Well, it's been a very interesting experience. I've had a lot of great opportunities and a lot of great memories serving as Associated Student Body President. I think we've had a lot of issues that we've tackled that have not been tackled before. So that provided a little twist in the administration, but it's been an overall good experience.
Let's go back to this time last year. You're just starting to get into the chair. What was that like, knowing that you are now a campus leader? What kind of responsibility was that like?
I guess with ASB President, you sort of ease into it slowly. I was learning a lot. I had to learn, I guess, a lot of new administrators that I hadn't come into contact with before, and a lot of things on my platform that I wanted to tackle. I had to learn what was the most feasible way to get those things accomplished. So that was the first thing I had to do. And it was a little overwhelming, but after a while, it was sort of like riding a bike, you know.
Talk about, from what we hear, is there a unique relationship you've had with Chancellor Jones. What has that been like working with the new chancellor here at Ole Miss?
Well, I think it's unique because of just the circumstances. It was his first year being the chancellor here at the university, and I've never been ASB president before. So we really learned a lot from one another, and we talked a lot about the university. We talked a lot about the students here at the university, but we also sort of had a connection because we both were in new territory that we got to really learn about each other personally.
Speaking about new territory, you two decided to embark on some very, very controversial legislation that, if I'm correct, he kind of wanted the students to handle. Would that be fair?
I guess the story sort of got a little twisted. I feel like Chancellor Jones came into a situation where students were asking him a lot of questions, and they were about topics that he really did not know. I guess controversy, I guess we can talk about the mascot as well as the song. A lot of people brought these things up to both me as ASB president and Chancellor Jones. So it wasn't something that I guess we embarked on. Personally, I wouldn't have chosen anything like that to embark on. But I think that both of us understood that it sort of became something that was going to be addressed because students kept asking about it. Students kept asking about a mascot. There was a petition that was made about the mascot. And with the song, I mean, you had senators who brought up legislation, and it became a bigger ordeal and became a bigger ordeal. And that's just something that we sort of had to deal with in this year.
Do you feel like those two hot-button legislative issues, not only, you would argue that definitely shaped your presidency, right?
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are going to remember this administration for. However, I guess one thing that I do want to say is that we've done a lot of other things as well. We've put ATMs in the football stadium. We've, I guess, have a new red box type of machine that's here to sort of help serve students. One thing that I wanted to make sure that we did this year was make sure that we tackled short-term issues as well as long-term issues. So in addition to things like getting ATM machines, looking at the ticketing process for football games and athletic events, we also started to embark on proposals for trying to set up a fund so you can have money for the union renovations, as well as the Public Service Scholar Program that we're launching next semester, academic mentorship program. We've done a lot of programs, but I guess with these two hot-button issues, as you say, those two things really got a lot of attention.
So I'm going to ask for the report card here. How would you grade yourself in your administration?
I guess I'll give us a B+. I guess with me, it's very hard for me to give myself. So I felt like we really tackled a lot of tough issues, but I wish we would have got to a lot of other things as well. But there's only so much you can do in a one-year period. But I'm very glad that we accomplished getting a lot of long-term things accomplished as well as short-term things. So I give myself a B+.
Okay, so finally, where do you go from here, yourself?
Myself. Well, I guess this is something that a lot of people don't know. I've recently just got accepted into Georgetown.
Oh, wow.
And I really want to pursue a career in healthcare administration and maybe do healthcare law. And I'm really interested in pediatrics, working for a pediatric hospital. So a lot of times people in these positions want to do politics, but I want to work with the kids.
All right, finally, what would you like to say to your new incoming ASB president?
I would just tell Virginia to always trust her gut. Know that this position is very unpredictable and you can't control everything that comes your way. But really keep your head up in any situation and just do the best that you can, because that's all that you can do.
All right, Artair Rogers, the outgoing ASB president. I'd like to thank you again for joining us. Artair, it was a pleasure. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.